What would you do if you were president of the United States of America? That's what I'm talking kids about today. It's a good question. Think about it. If you were president of the United States, what would you do?
I would give money to poor people so that way they won't be homeless and sad. I would also listen to all the people's ideas and get a suggestion box so that way I can make the world a better place and stop violence.
If you were the president, what would you do?
Well, I guess I would inform laws about brushing teeth because I have a lot of cavity issues.
Tell me more.
About the president or the cavities?
About enforcing brushing teeth laws.
Well, I guess you can't really enforce brushing teeth laws because it would be kind of weird because like a police officer sitting in your bathroom watching you brush your teeth. But then again, something could happen. They could do it by drone. I don't know.
What's the punishment if you don't brush your teeth?
You might have to pay a fine of brushing your teeth more often.
Oh, so you gotta double down?
Yes.
I would like to make some rules.
What rules would you make?
Can you ask me a different question now?
This episode's about if you were president, what would you do? If you were in a position of extreme power, how would you handle that?
I would use a bit of it at a time.
Just a little piece of power a day?
This much power a day.
Show me how much power a day? Whoa.
This much power. This much.
Fed, if you were president, what would you do?
I would make candy free.
Day one, first 100 days in the office.
No more cutting trees down. I would make everyone equal, like no matter their skin color.
That's awesome. What do you do at that point, once you've done all those first things?
Go on a vacation.
Oh, you take some time off?
Yeah. And I'd let my sister be president on my vacation.
Pass it off.
Yeah.
Any fun things you'd do as president?
I'd allow a little bit of fun.
But just some.
Yeah, some. Well, I do like tacos, so maybe on like Tuesdays I'd let a bunch of people, like some people gather around and have a feast. Because presidents really do a lot of hard work. It's very important to the city.
So, my friend, what would you do if you were president of the United States?
Let there be no homework and no school.
No school, no homework? Tell me why.
It's tiring. My feet hurts all the times.
You think education should end?
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little more?
Stop the bees.
What?
The mosquitoes, I meant.
You want to stop the mosquitoes? What? How?
I don't know.
Do you think kids should be able to vote?
No. If they got a chance to vote, they might make a wrong choice. You have to grow up and think everything through before you start to vote.
Do you think you would make a good president?
I don't think right now, but probably in the future. Look, you can be the president because if you were the president, you'd have to you might not know how much work you get and how stressed you'd probably get because a bunch of people will be crowding around you and taking pictures and you'll be really stressed because a bunch of cameras coming down at you, maybe even helicopters just taking pictures is very stressing.
How do you know all this?
Listening to the facts that are really important, and it's taught me a lot.
How old are you?
6. I think we're good.
Are you done here?
Yep.
No more questions?
No more questions. I'm good now.
Well, thank you, sir.
Bye. Did you know? Not about my secret.
Your secret?
I can control the guess what?
The whoa what?
Wind.
You can control the wind. We've had another child on the show who can control the wind.
I can stop the wind.
Sorry, what?
I can stop the wind.
Can I see?
Huh?
Can I see?
No.
Do you know a little girl who I spoke to at the zoo earlier in the summer?
No.
If you were president of the United States, what would you do?
Well, for one, I'd probably work on fixing climate change and helping with pollution. I would also probably work on stopping racism and stuff like that.
Wow. Do you feel like you feel the weight of the world?
Well, sometimes, yeah. Sometimes I just think about everything that's happening around here.
How do you feel? Do you feel scared?
No?
Do you feel hopeful?
Yes.
So, my friend, if you were president, what would you do?
Eat cupcakes every day.
That's what democracy is, right?
If I was president, I'd eat cupcakes 7 days a week.
I feel like that's something you could probably do now.
Yeah, it is. If I were president, I'd play with dolls every single day. If I were president, I would play with all the dogs in the world.
Wow, so it seems like you'd use your presidency to really help yourself out.
Yeah. Elect me because I will give you cupcakes
And?
and give you free dogs.
And?
Give you free dolls too.
You got my vote.
Of course.
Do you know what a president is?
No,
No. Any guesses?
I don't know.
Do you know who this is?
This is a number 20, no?
This is a number 20. But who's this silly person in the middle?
I just don't know.
What?
I just don't know.
That's what I've been trying to figure out. I'm asking kids, though. It's all right. What do you think you want to change in the world?
To move the sun out of it.
Do you want to move the sun? We would die.
How do you know? Actually, no, I'd like to move the moon.
So with your presidential power, you would enact extreme change on our solar system?
Yeah, actually, I'd like to move the moon. Closer and closer and closer. I would move the sun far back.
Do you know how the sun and the moon work?
No.
So how does the government work?
Zero idea.
You got your branches, executive.
An executive producer?
In a way, basically, what do you think the word judicial means?
The study of jujitsu?
Any fun things you do as president?
Well, I would allow everyone to have a pet that they want. Like, if there's a kid who wants a pet tarantula, like me, the president, which is me, would allow that kid to have a pet tarantula. It's complicated.
What would you do if you were president?
First of all, I would set some laws. I don't want Americans running all across the country, doing whatever they want. And I'd basically just do good stuff.
Well, you said earlier that you want to not have Americans running all over the country. What does that mean?
I don't want life going wild. I just want everything to keep on being calm.
Is life being wild recently?
So I don't want to put a stop to it. That's the truth, to deal with it.
Can you tell me another hard truth?
A lot of companies buy like Amazon and Apple, stuff like that. They lots of people buy too much things instead of buying from stores. Monopolies are suffocating us. That's the truth. To deal with it.
So, my friend, if you were president of the United States, what would you do?
I would give everyone free Nintendo Switches.
Of all the crazy things happening in the world, that would be your number one priority?
Yep.
Any games on it? What games?
Minecraft and Let's Go Pikachu.
What about Zelda BOTW?
No.
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate?
Okay.
If you were president, what would you do?
To make the people build houses by themselves because I don't want to build it.
To order people to build houses because you don't want to do it personally.
Yeah.
Have you ever been asked to build a house before?
Yes.
Really? You have built a house. You're a contractor.
I don't know.
What things do you think we need to change about the world?
No smoking.
How are you going to become president?
I think if I would become president, I'd have to work hard, prove that I have what it takes to be the president and what it takes to help people on the earth.
So a lot of people disagree about a lot of things, right? How do you recommend that we make people listen to each other and communicate better?
I think that the differences actually is better because maybe you could learn from your differences.
Well, my friend, anything else you want to say about being a president before we go?
Treat others respectfully and treat others the way you want to be treated.
That's awesome. Thanks, my friend.